You ever notice how some plants just feel like they've got personality? Like, they're not just green decor sitting in a pot, they've got style. Well, today we're diving into something a little romantic: houseplants with heart-shaped leaves. Yup, the kind that make you stop and go, whoa, that's actually kind of sweet. These plants aren't just beautiful, they're tough, low-key, and each one's got its own little story. Some thrive in bright corners, some chill in the shade, and a few are straight-up drama queens if you don't water them right. But together, they'll turn your home into a vibe. So let's check out the top 10 varieties that bring all the love straight into your living room. Kicking off the list, the Monstera Swiss Cheese Plant is one of the most iconic houseplants with heart-shaped leaves, and honestly, it earns that spotlight. Those big glossy leaves with natural splits and holes aren't just pretty, they're designed in the wild to let light filter through the dense jungle canopy. Talk about smart design. What makes it a favorite for plant lovers is how easy it is to grow. Give it bright, indirect light, water when the top couple inches of soil dry out, and it'll reward you with new massive leaves every few weeks. Fun fact, a healthy monstera can actually climb and grow up to 10 feet indoors, making it perfect if you want that lush, tropical vibe in your space. Plus, NASA even put monstera on its list of plants that help improve indoor air quality, which is just another reason why it's a must-have for heart-shaped leaf lovers. Next up is the string of hearts, a trailing beauty that's basically the definition of charm in plant form. Its delicate vines can stretch over 12 feet long if you let them, each dotted with tiny, perfectly heart-shaped leaves patterned in soft green and silver. It's a succulent at heart, which means it doesn't ask for much, just bright indirect light and a good soak when the soil is dry. What's really cool is how resilient it is. People have kept cuttings alive in nothing more than a jar of water for months before planting them. And here's a fun stat. Because it's so easy to propagate, it's one of the top traded plants in online plant groups, making it not only a gorgeous pick but also a plant you can share with friends. Anthurium, often called the flamingo flower, is a showstopper when it comes to heart-shaped leaves, and it doesn't just stop there. It also puts out those glossy, waxy flowers that can last for months. The deep green, leathery leaves grow in that perfect heart shape, making it a natural pick for anyone who wants a plant that looks both bold and elegant. It thrives in medium to bright indirect light and loves humidity, which is why you'll often see it thriving in bathrooms or near a kitchen window. Water it regularly but don't let it sit soggy, and you'll see it bloom up to 6 times a year if it's happy. Fun fact. In some cultures, anthuriums are gifted as symbols of hospitality and love, which makes sense because their heart-shaped leaves and vibrant flowers pretty much radiate warmth and positivity. Calathea White Fusion is like the artist of the heart-shaped leaf world, with patterns that look hand-painted in swirls of green, white, and even hints of purple on the undersides. It's a bit more on the diva side compared to tougher plants, but with the right care it's absolutely worth it. This plant thrives in bright, indirect light and needs consistently moist soil, think slightly damp, not soggy. Plus it really appreciates higher humidity, so a pebble tray or humidifier nearby can make a huge difference. Its heart-shaped leaves don't just look good in photos, they actually move throughout the day in response to light, a trait called nyctinasty, which makes it feel like it has a life of its own. If you're looking for a plant that turns heads and adds an exotic vibe to your collection, the Calathea White Fusion is a stunning choice. Alocasia Melo is a heart-shaped leaf variety that feels almost unreal when you see it up close. The thick, textured leaves look like they're carved from stone, with deep veins that give it a sculpted, dramatic appearance. Unlike many delicate houseplants, this one has a tougher, almost leathery feel, which is why it's often praised for its durability. It prefers bright, indirect light and a chunky, well-draining soil mix since its roots hate sitting in soggy conditions. Keep the soil lightly moist and the humidity high, and you'll see it thrive as a true statement plant. What makes it extra special is that even though it looks like a rare collector's piece, it's surprisingly manageable in size, usually growing around 1 to 2 feet tall, making it perfect for tabletops or a cozy corner display. It's a plant that instantly brings that tropical, heartleaf drama into any room. The sweetheart waxplant, also known as Hoya Kerrii, is basically the poster child for heart-shaped leaves. You'll often see it sold as a single, plump green heart in a pot around Valentine's Day. But when grown to maturity, it develops into a trailing vine with thick, succulent-like leaves that can stretch several feet long. It's super low maintenance since those fleshy leaves store water, so you can let the soil dry out between waterings without stressing it out. Give it bright, indirect light and a well-draining mix, and over time you might even be rewarded with clusters of fragrant, star-shaped flowers. What's fun about this plant is its mix of symbolism and charm. It's not only a quirky gift, but also one of the longest-living Hoyas, with some reported to thrive for decades if cared for properly. Philodendrons are classic houseplants with heart-shaped leaves that have been winning people over for generations, and for good reason. Their lush green foliage instantly makes any space feel more alive, and with over 450 species, you've got plenty of shapes, sizes, and textures to choose from. The heartleaf philodendron, in particular, is one of the easiest plants to care for. It can handle lower light, bounces back if you forget to water once in a while, and grows quickly whether you let it trail from a shelf or climb up a moss pole. These plants also do a great job at filtering toxins from the air, which makes them not only decorative but functional too. Fun fact: studies have shown that philodendrons can remove formaldehyde from indoor spaces, making them a natural choice for a healthier home environment. Pothos is another all-time favorite when it comes to heart-shaped leaves, and it's often the first plant people start with because of how ridiculously easy it is to care for. Its glossy, trailing vines can grow over 10 feet indoors, and the leaves come in all kinds of stunning varieties, from golden streaks to marbled whites and even neon greens. It tolerates low light better than most houseplants and only needs water when the soil is dry, making it practically foolproof. What makes Pothos especially cool is how fast it grows. With the right conditions, you can see new vines taking off in just weeks, and it's one of the easiest plants to propagate in water. On top of that, NASA listed Pothos as one of the best air-purifying plants, helping cut down on pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde, which makes it both a beauty and a health boost for your space. Anthurium Veitchii, often nicknamed the King Anthurium, takes heart-shaped leaves to a whole new level with its massive, rippled foliage that can grow over 4 feet long indoors. The leaves have this striking, corrugated texture that looks almost like pleats in fabric, making it a true statement plant for any collection. It thrives in bright, indirect light with high humidity and prefers a chunky, well-draining mix since its roots like plenty of airflow. While it may sound high maintenance, once you nail the watering and humidity, it's surprisingly forgiving and rewarding. What really sets it apart is the sheer drama it brings. People often say it feels like having a living piece of art in your home, and collectors around the world prize it as one of the most stunning heartleaf varieties out there. Watermelon Peperomia rounds out the list with its charming, heart-shaped leaves that look just like the rind of a watermelon, silvery stripes against a deep green background. It's a compact plant, usually staying under 12 inches tall, which makes it perfect for desks, shelves, or small apartments. Care is refreshingly simple: bright, indirect light, a light hand with watering since its thick leaves hold moisture, and well-draining soil to keep the roots happy. What's fun is that despite its small size, it really pops as a centerpiece thanks to those unique patterns, and it's non-toxic to pets, so cat and dog owners can enjoy it worry-free. Add in the fact that it's one of the most Instagram-famous plants in the past few years, and you've got a heartleaf variety that blends both style and practicality. And that wraps up our tour of the top 10 houseplants with heart-shaped leaves. From the dramatic monstera to the sweet little string of hearts, each one brings its own kind of charm into a space. These plants aren't just pretty faces either. Many of them clean your air, boost your mood, and make your home feel more alive. If you're looking to add some love and life to your indoor jungle, you can't go wrong with any of these. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and hey, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment about your favorite heartleaf plant, and subscribe for more plant tips coming your way.